Good morning. Today is Friday, May 15th, 2020. Make sure you stay tuned for the whole video because I will give you the final letter for our secret code to get into the first grade celebration, which is going to be really cool this afternoon at 3:30. So stay tuned for that at the end of this video. I'll give you that last letter. We have been talking about supply and demand the last couple of days. And then last week, we talked about consumers and producers. Producers make items, consumers are the people that buy items, goods, or services. So we're still staying along that topic today. And I want to teach you a new term called scarcity. Scarcity is not being able to have all of the goods and services wanted or needed. The reasons for scarcity is that goods or services are unavailable or the funds for purchasing them are limited, which means people might not have the money to buy the goods that they need. So I'm going to give you an activity to do today. And after you finish the activity, I want you to think about how it went because you're going to make a paper chain and you're going to do it 3 different ways. And I want you to do it with limited resources the first time, then add a resource the next time and add one more resource the third time. A tool, your resources that you're adding will be a tool each time, and see if you notice a difference in how your chain looks and even how easy it was to create the chain. So for this activity, you're going to need 3 pieces of paper. So you got your 3 pieces of paper. You're also going to need tape or glue stick or a stapler, some way that you can connect your pieces together. And then you will also need a pair of scissors. This is not the pair I was going to use, but I got a pair of scissors right here. And you will need a marker. And you could use, when you get to that point, you can use more than one marker. I have 2 out here that I was going to use. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a paper chain. You guys have seen when we make paper chains before. I know you guys have all done this. It's when you link the papers together. Let me show you one real quick. So if I cut this into strips, do one real quick to show you what a paper chain looks like. So I've got 2 strips right here, and I would link them. First of all, I'd make them into a loop. That's where you're going to use your tape or some way to connect them. There's one loop. Here's another loop, and it's going to go inside of that. Okay, so that's what you're creating as a paper chain. But you're going to do it with limited resources, okay? So the first time when you create your paper chain, take your piece of paper, and I don't want you to use scissors, all right? So I'm taking your scissors away. You do not have that resource to use, okay? You are just going to tear your paper into strips. Do it the best that you can. Tear your paper up. That one didn't tear very well. Tear your paper into strips. And I'm doing it very quickly. You see my strips aren't very even, are they? All right, so I'm going to tear my paper into strips. I'm going to link it. I'm going to do it just like I would normally do a chain. And I'm only going to do a couple loops probably each time. Then I'm going to take the next one and I'm going to loop it. My paper doesn't look very good, does it? I'm not thinking this looks that great, but we'll see. So I'm only putting 2 links together, but you see what that looks like. And then I would keep adding with my torn pieces of paper to make my paper chain. So you can put that one aside. Next, you're going to take the other piece of paper, your second piece of paper, and this time you're going to cut the strips, okay? So you're going to cut it into nice strips of paper, okay? And doesn't matter if you cut it long ways or short ways, whichever, however you want to cut it. I'm going to fold my paper first and then just cut along the lines. So let's see, where is my scissors again? So I've got 4 strips here, and I'm doing it very quickly, guys. You guys will probably do a neater job of it than me. My scissors also aren't the best, but this is definitely neater than when I did it by by tearing the paper. All right, almost done. So they're more even. This time I noticed that my strips are more even in the way that they're cut, okay? I'm gonna make my first ring, tape it, okay? And then I'm gonna continue with my cut paper and make a chain, okay? And I'm gonna look at that chain. I can compare that chain to this chain and see what I think. See which one looks better, which one is longer as well, okay? Now, for your final chain, you're gonna make a 3rd chain. This time, you get to use scissors and you get to use markers. So the markers are to decorate your paper, to make it look pretty, okay? So with the markers, you get to decorate your paper. It's just an extra resource that you get to use, okay? And then you're gonna use your scissors to cut, obviously. So your paper should be more even. And then you will make your chain just like you did in the last time. So I very quickly put some color on my paper. Ta-da. And I will fold it again and cut. So the purpose of this activity is I want you to compare the 3 paper chains that you made, okay? And I want you to notice the differences in those paper chains, okay? The first one that you made without any scissors, you didn't have all of your resources, right? You didn't have all the tools you needed to really do a good job with that. So notice the difference, how it looks different than the other paper chains. Then once you made the second paper chain, you had scissors. So it probably looked maybe a little bit better, hopefully, but you didn't have anything to decorate your paper chain with. So it's probably gonna look different than your final version. I want you to take your paper chains, compare them, look at them, have a conversation with an adult at home, okay? And talk about the differences in those paper chains and how they look different, okay, when you have more resources, okay? And remember that word that we talked about earlier, scarcity, okay? When you don't have the resources or the things that you need, that is scarcity, okay? So you were experiencing that when you were first making the paper chain. All right, that's my first one. Remember, here's my middle one. It fell apart. Just one link of it, and this is what I had at the end. All right, guys. So have fun with this task, and I can't wait to you guys send me some pictures so I can see some of your paper chains. And have a great day. The secret letter for today is N. N. So hope to see you at 3:30 when we have our first grade celebration. All right, guys. Bye. Have a great day.